What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Farmer on the Prairie. So right now I am going to be grinding a load of chicken feed for someone to come and pick up. You guys have not seen that process yet on our farm. I might have mentioned it a few times, but as you know, we raise chickens and chickens have to eat. We make all of our own feed here on the farm. So I'm going to take you guys through that today and a few other odd jobs I'm doing up by the shed. Okay, I'm over here at John's now, and Dad made me up a little list of what I need to put in the mixture. So I'm gonna get the stuff right now, load it in the bed of this fender, and take it home to the grinder. We have a bag of poultry NutriBalancer. A bag of oregonite. 2 bags of fish meal. So now I'm back at home, and there's a rack wagon with chicken pens on it for moving them out to the pasture, a wagon with oats in it. Then all the way back here is our good old International 1150 grinder. So I need to put the chicken pins away, pull the rack wagon out, pull this gravity wagon out, and then I can get hooked up to the grinder and start grinding feed. Okay, as you can see, I have the 695 hooked up to the grinder mixer. We are going to be grinding 2,000 pounds or a ton of feed. So what I'm going to do now is fire up the tractor. If you see the lights are on at any point in time in this video, that is because the scale on the grinder is hooked up to the lights on the tractor. That is why it is functioning that way. So I'm gonna start it up, run the minerals in, and then go ahead and start running the grain in over to our feed bin setup. I'm gonna go ahead and put 25 pounds of oregonite in it. The oregonite is basically crushed shells, which then act as a calcium for the chickens to harden the eggs and also for their bones. Now I'm going to do 60 pounds of poultry NutriBalancer, basically dietary supplements for the chickens. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. For the stinky stuff, 75 pounds of fish meal. Okay, so over here we have our 3 feed bins. The front feed bin is full of roasted beans. The second feed bin is full of corn. And the third feed bin is full of oats. The oats and the corn are grown on this farm, both non-GMO. And then the roasted soybeans we purchase non-GMO, but they're from the mill, so it's a different farm that grows them because they go ahead and roast them for us. So now I'm gonna go ahead, pull the tractor and the mixer over here, up underneath this spout, and then we're gonna start off by putting 200 pounds of oats in and 600 pounds of beans, then finishing off with 1,100 pounds of corn. Okay, I now have the feed mixer or grinder mixer in line with the auger underneath the spout there. So I'm gonna go ahead, fire it up, get it wound up to PTO RPM, and then open up the feed bin. Those of you who have mentioned hopper bottom bins in the past, we actually do have hopper bottom bins on the farm. They're these little feed bins right here. Hopper bottom bins are only good for one thing, either storing a commodity for a very short time for fast loading into, say, a semi, or for storing a completely dried and cured commodity for a longer time for feed use or something like that. But even then, grain can still spoil with temperature changes and all that, so they're not ideal, but for a system like we have right here, they're about the only thing you can use. Here's the beans in this bin. The corn's a bit further down, but we use a lot more corn. We now have finished up the ton with corn, and I ran the auger out here. Okay, feed is mixed up. So we've got the feed all ground up. Now I'm gonna start working on stacking some of the bales back in the shed after you saw our one little incident with the hot bales and whatnot. Anyways, so this is waiting for the guy to come later and pick up his chicken feed. And I've got some odd jobs I need to work on. I just filled up the feed customer who just left. Now I'm going to dump the rest of the ton of feed in here into our feed bin for the chickens. So I'm going to bring that auger out and then unload the rest into here.